Hi everybody, Lori here from My Favorite Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun and foxy project to share with you using products from the latest May release. I'm going to start with the Modern Serif Alphabet Dynamic Set. Oh my goodness, I love an alpha die set, and this one has a font on it that just will never go out of style. It's just a great serif, classy, just love it. Okay, and there's so much you can do with an alpha die set. For example, I'm going to do Foxy, Foxy, Foxy because we're making a Foxy card. But if you had a birthday, you want to customize it, like Emma, you could do Emma, 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 make a repeated background, or Dad, 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 Mom, Mom, Mom. You see where I'm going. You can customize it, or you can say, I love you, thank you, sky's the limit, make something quirky, punny, funny. Anywho, I lined up the letters to spell out Foxy using my grid mat. And popping out that O with a retractable needle tool, and I just die cut it 4 times. I use that easy see-through tape that holds all the letters, straight, and it makes it very simple. I did, however, trim my panel before I started. So I have a panel of white cardstock. It's trimmed to 3.5 inches wide by 4 3/4 inches tall. So that's nice to have that so you know how much space you have to work with and you can center it and all that jazz. But look how quick and easy this came together. You got a foxy little background. Okay, so here's my next fun little thing. I've been doing this lately, and I've dubbed it the redneck flap technique. And this is where you lay down a panel on top of a card base with a piece of Post-it tape at the top, and it makes like a flap. You can flap it up, flap it down, but it stays in place. Hence, the redneck flap technique. And I have some strips of solid color cardstock that I'm going to adhere behind each one of the words. So I got 4 shades of aqua teal, kind of a gradient look. Now you can see how it hangs down because that Y is a little bit longer than all the other letters. So you do have to do a little bit of strip surgery, if you will, just to cut that dip of the Y so that each one of the letters gets its own color. Okay, and then I'm using tape runner to adhere all these strips down. Now this is where the redneck flap technique comes in handy. You flip it up, you line it up, and then you flap it down. And you flip it, flap it, flip it, flap it, just like a redneck would. Okay, so here we now. As far as cardstock goes, I just rummaged through my stash. It's probably a mixture of brands. And luckily I found 4 shades that are similar enough to be in a color family. But again, this could easily be customizable. You want to do rainbow. You want to do autumnal, Christmas. You could do pattern paper. You could do ink blending. If you wanted to take it one step further and really zhuzh it up to the heavens, you could add acetate behind the Foxy panel, turn it into a full shaker panel. I'm not going to do that today, but I do that very often. Nothing says a party like a shaker card. Okay, but I'm going to keep this one a non-shaker. Now, what I do is I cut tiny little slivers, about 555 slivers of foam tape. Was it tedious? Yes. But dimension is life. What I do is I put on my Spotify, get the tunes going, and just relax and cut slivers of foam tape. Don't think about it. Just enjoy it. Now, here's another really cute dynamic set. It's called the Friendly Forest Faces. You get 4 little friendly forest faces: hedgehog, bunny, a bear, and I'm going to use the fox. And that's where the Foxy background came into play. I'm taking a circle die cut a circle out of orange cardstock. I'm going to die cut the Foxy face right into that orange circle. Take it off camera, run it through the die cutting machine, and there you got your Foxy face. I take that same circle die and die cut a white circle. Layer the 2 together. Bada boom, bada bing. And then there's all these little accessories. Here's a little nose. There's several different shapes of noses that you can choose from. And then I take that fox face again and die cut just the eyeballs to make a couple black eyeballs. You could even add googly eyes. That would be cute as well. I'm going to adhere this all together using some liquid glue. You could use tape runner. You could also use foam tape if you want to make it a little bit more dimensional. I kind of reined it in on this one because my background, my Foxy, is dimensional. So the Foxy face, I kind of reined it in. Now popping in the eyeballs adding the little nose. There's also some rosy cheeks you can add to all these critters, which I will do at the end. I didn't realize it, but look at how this face comes together. You really need to check out the My Favorite Things website and see some of the examples with the friendly forest faces because they're cute as all get out. Okay, now you need a Foxy sentiment. So here's the woodland words. You got, hey there, Foxy. Happy birthday to a total fox. And lots of punny sentiments that can coordinate with the friendly forest faces. Okay, so I'm going to emboss the hey there, Foxy in white onto a little strip of black. So I rubbed it down with the magic powder bag, ink it up with Versamark ink, and pour on some white embossing powder, and then I'll heat this with the heat gun. This one kind of hits a little close to home because we do have some foxes that run around in our yard. We have a really wooded area, and the foxes come around every now and again. But I'll tell you, Hank the Tank, he keeps the place safe. He keeps us all safe. And now we've got the Canada geese who are flying into our pond every day, and he chases them every day. And they're not one bit in the slightest intimidated by Hank. In fact, they swim toward him and just squawk. And they have a little squawking, barking fest. They have a little like conversation on a daily basis. But the geese are not scared of Hank. But he thinks he's protecting everyone in the neighborhood. From the fox, from the deer, from the Canada geese, and the birds and the squirrels. Hank is the protector. Okay, so there you have a cute little Foxy card. You got a fox in your life that just needs to be told, hey there, Foxy. I got you covered. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sending you some Foxy wishes today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.